Order the regular scheduled board meeting of President Board of Trustees of Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will County, held on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, beginning at 6:38 p.m. Everyone, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Trustee Brady.
Here.
Trustee Brennan.
Present.
Trustee Galante.
Here.
Trustee Mahoney.
Present.
Trustee Mueller.
Here.
Trustee Sullivan.
Here.
President Klotz.
Present. Thank you. Item number one, I'd like to ask the board for a motion to consider approval of tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Is there a
I'll second it.
Thank you, Mike. Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Roll call for item one. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number two, I'd like to ask the board for a motion to consider approving the minutes of the special board meeting that was held on March 15, 2022. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Bill. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you.
Roll call for item two. Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Brennan.
Yes.
Trustee Galante.
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney.
Yes.
Trustee Mueller.
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan.
Yes.
The motion carries. Next, we have item three. I'd like to ask the board to consider proclaiming April 10th to April 16th, 2022 as the National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the Village of Tinley Park.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Thank you. Whether it's a fire, robbery, medical, or another personal emergency, there's always someone to answer our call to help in our moment of need. The Tinley Park 911 Center is staffed 24/7, 365 days a year, and these professionals, also known as telecommunicators, are prepared to answer your emergency. The village appreciates all the dedication and hard work the telecommunicators do every day. It is an extremely hard job, and I would not want to do it. Lisa, thank you for all your work that you do with running our 911 center. I'd like to just read the proclamation. Recognizing April 10th to April 16th, 2022 is the National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the Village of Tinley Park. Whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require police, fire, or emergency medical services, and whereas an emergency occurs, the prompt response of police officers, our firefighters, and paramedics is critical to the protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas the safety of our police officers and firefighters is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from the citizens who telephone the Village of Tinley Park Emergency Communications Center. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and the most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services. And whereas the public safety telecommunicators are the single vital link for our police officers, our firefighters, by monitoring their activities by radio, providing them information, and ensuring their safety. And whereas the public safety telecommunicators of the Village of Tinley Park have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients. Whereas each dispatcher has exhibited compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of their job in the past year. Now therefore be it resolved that the President of the Board of Trustees of the Village of Tinley Park, Cook and Will declare the week of April 10th through April 16th, 2022 to be the National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the Village of Tinley Park in honor of the men and women whose diligence and professionalism keep our city and citizens safe. Approved this 5th day of April 22nd, signed by the village president, myself, clerk Nancy O'Connor, and trustees Bill Brady, Diane Galante, Michael Mueller, Bill Brennan, Dennis Mahoney, and Colleen Sullivan. Lisa, would you like to say a couple words?
She's lost for words.
She's never lost.
Thank you. It's a privilege to serve the village of Tinley Park. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Anyone from the board care to comment?
I'd just like to say that we may make this proclamation for a week, but not a day goes out that we all don't appreciate all that you do day in and day out, 24/7, 365, sometimes 366 days a year. Thank you all for what you all do.
Thank you, and unless you sit in that office with Lisa one day, it is not an easy task. Next, we have item number 4, receive presentations of the Tinley Park Business Spotlight, the Marketplace, and the VCI Med Spa. Clerk O'Connor, do you want to go first?
The Barker Place is an independently owned pet supply store on Oak Park Avenue that specializes in natural pet food, pet treats, and gifts for pet parents. We are pleased to welcome Amanda Daly, owner of the Barker Place.
Thank you so much. And this is Popple. She came along for moral support because I am not a good public speaker, but I'm going to do my best today. So I personally have been in the pet industry for 17 years. It's what I've always done since I was 16 years old. My first time in high school, going to get a job. That's what I specialized in. I was really lucky to find a place that really honed into the needs of dogs. It wasn't just your average, everyday, big box pet retailer. It was places that cared about finding solutions for pets, finding things that fix problems, learning about pet nutrition and ways to really care for your pet to a new level. So over my 17 years in the industry, I've continued to kind of push myself into learning as much as I can to enrich the lives of pets. Anyone who has a pet can agree that pets make our lives better. They're our best friends in our lowest times. They're there for our best times. My last shepherd, I had her for 10 years. She was my flower girl in my wedding. And they're there no matter what. They're loyal. And all too often I find that we love our pets, but we don't always know how to tap into that love. So all too often we're finding pets that are living their entire lives in their houses. How often are you getting out and doing things with your pet? How often are you doing things that are enriching for your pet? Learning about pet nutrition. Things that have always been kind of simple, it's so much more complex as we learn about it. So what we like to specialize in is in our food categories. We work with a lot of companies that are specifically privately owned. Oddly enough, Colgate Toothpaste and Mars Candy Company own tons of dog food companies. I trust them with toothpaste and I trust them with M&Ms, but do I trust them to feed my dog? Probably not so much. We work specifically with dog food companies that are family-owned, family-operated, and really care about what's going into these pets' foods, treats, stuff like that. Another big thing we like to focus on is small businesses. We have collars, leashes, treat bags that are locally made here in Tinley Park. We have treats that are made by 2 women in Frankfurt out of their homes, and they just started their business about a month ago. I love being able to give this brick and mortar option to these tiny businesses that might not have had that opportunity yet so that they can grow their businesses. So as a small business, I think it's really important for us to continue elevating other small businesses. Another big focus of us is enrichment for your pets. When was the last time you really thought about how much your dog's brain was working? What challenges have you given your dogs? We have these animals that used to constantly have to fight for survival, and now we just flop some kibble in a bowl, put it in front of them, and let them sleep on the couch all day. Puzzle toys, things that enrich them, things that keep their brains going, things that keep their bodies going. They're all so important to dogs. So I hope to see some of you guys stop in sometime, check us out. Talk to me about enrichment, talk to me about your dog food. Bring your dogs with, because again, adventures with your dogs, that's half the fun of having a dog. So we love when they come in. Also, just so everyone's aware, we have cute photo backdrops every month that change out. So you have a good excuse to bring your dog in at least once a month. Just take cute pictures, go on an adventure, let them smell new smells, let them meet new dogs. Let them just have some fun, and you'll have just as much fun as they will. So I hope to see some of you guys soon, and thank you very much. Thanks for having me, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. And for the record, you are a good public speaker.
If I may, Amanda, John Urbanski and I were both at your, if you may remember, we were at your grand opening, and we were amazed at the amount of people that just enjoyed everything and all your products, and the treats look good. I wanted to eat one myself, and John wouldn't let me.
So bad.
Okay.
A little bland. They're usually a little bland.
And so looking forward to seeing you at Pet Palooza at the township.
I'm so excited about that too.
Good, good, good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Bill. We could purchase some from you. I'm not sure what all the people, VCI Med Spa, are you? Great. VCI Med Spa offers a full array of rejuvenation, cosmetic enhancement, and vein treatment services by meticulously trained practitioners with medical backgrounds. Please join me in welcoming Angela Arrigo Dunlap, RN, BSN, Director of VCI Med Spa.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Angela. I'm a registered nurse and director of VCI Med Spa here in Tinley Park. I would like to thank Mayor Glatz and the Village Board for the opportunity to introduce the VCI Med Spa this evening. VCI Med Spa opened in September of this past year. We are unique that we're the only med spa around in the region with board-certified vascular surgeons on site. Our medical director and owner is award-winning Dr. Eugene Tanquillet. We share space with his vascular practice, vascular specialists, and Vein Care Institute. We offer the best-in-class treatments driven by results. Wellness isn't only about how you look, it really is about how you feel. So we offer many treatments to first and foremost get you feeling your best. For example, our revolutionary M-Sculpt Neo can not only sculpt your body to get to helping you love what you see in the mirror, but the resulting fat loss and muscle gain will decrease your body mass index, which in turn lessens aches and pains in the knees, back, and joints. Did I mention it's non-surgical, no knives, and no needles? Next, got veins. Because we are a part of an esteemed medical vascular practice, we don't just eliminate unappealing varicose veins and spider veins. We find the root cause of them. Our on-site ultrasounds can diagnose reasons for leg pain, aching, throbbing, heaviness, and consultation with our board-trained vascular surgeons and nurse practitioners can result in a recommendation for minimally invasive vein treatments in office, kind of like Vein Clinics of America, only we're a little more personable and fun. And most of the time, these treatments are covered by insurance. Our team is excellent, I know, because I'm actually one of their patients. Once we have our clients feeling younger, we strive to help them look younger by facial rejuvenation. When clients are so delighted with their more youthful appearance, they always tell me, I'm not going down, I'm not aging without a fight. So we're in your corner, again, with minimally invasive treatments like brightening facials, chemical peels, Botox, filler, and the exclusive Fotona 4D non-surgical laser facelift. This is the only treatment of its kind that involves stimulation of collagen through intraoral mucosal treatment. The staff at VCI Med Spa, we're not only fun and friendly, we're moms and nurses, so we're knowledgeable, we're experienced, we're caring, we're compassionate. But don't just take my word for it. Please come see for yourself at one of our many monthly events. We have partner yoga, bunko, Botox parties, facial parties. So just check out our website to see what's on tap for the next month. And we are really driven by satisfaction through the best results. So we always say, treat yourself because you deserve the very best. You deserve VCI Med Spa. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. Well, Angela and Amanda, you have a lot of people here, so make sure you get them all on the way out.
I've got lots of brochures and cards.
So after the appointment,
Mentioned today, we'll give you a little discount as well.
great.
There you go.
After the appointments, I'm sure the place will clear out, so I'd be waiting at the exit door.
Lock the door.
Next, we have item number 5. I'd like to ask the board for a motion to consider appointing Orlando Pimentel to the position of 911 dispatcher.
So moved.
Thanks, Bill.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Orlando has over 26 years of experience in dispatching emergency and non-emergency services, working for another municipality for 20 years, and then transitioning to a centralized 911 call center, remaining dedicated to serving the community. He has been LEED certified and is a former APCO certified trainer. Please consider appointing Orlando to the position of 911 dispatch effective April 6, 2022. Elena, would you like to say a couple words?
Hello, everybody. I'm Orlando. I just want to give say thank you for letting me be here, and I look forward to working in this department until the day I retire.
Thanks, Orlando. Any questions from the board?
Welcome.
No. Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please.
Roll call for item 5, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Orlando, you can now report to Lisa. Next, we have item 6. I'd like to ask the board to consider appointing Sandra Young to the position of Application Support Analyst. Sandra has over 24 years of experience in information technology, holding various front-end user and back-end development roles supporting the technology needs for a large organization. She is skilled in a broad range of project management, database and systems administration, software development, and help desk support functions. She has multiple years of experience in interacting with project stakeholders, training new users, supporting internal end users, data extraction, and with vendor management. Sandra holds a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. I'd like to ask the board for a motion to consider appointing Sandra to the position of Application Support Analyst effective May 2nd, 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Have a second.
Second.
Thank you. Sandra, would you like to say a couple words?
Hello, my name is Sandra Young, as you stated. I'm just excited to be here, and I thank you for the opportunity to serve the village of Tinley Park.
Thank you, Sandra.
you.
Welcome.
It will be much needed. Anthony, our IT expert, is
There he is.
in the back, is working with a short staff, doing the staff of double that. So thank you, Anthony, and Angela, our HR director, and Sandra. Congratulations. Any questions from the board? Nope. Madam Clerk, please call the roll for item 6.
Roll call for item 6, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, everybody. Next, we have item number 7. I would like to ask the board to consider appointing Amanda Gauss to the position of Special Events Specialist.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Amanda has over 15 years of experience in marketing, programming, and special events management, working in various corporate marketing and recreation management skills or roles. She has managed numerous programs and facility projects as well as coordinated large special events. She has found innovative ways to create success in event planning, facility management, recreational programming, marketing, and aquatics. Amanda holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Administration with a concentration in marketing and management. I'd like to ask the board to please consider appointing Amanda Gauss to the position of Special Events Specialist effective April 18, 2022. Amanda, would you like to say a couple words?
I just want to thank the board for this tremendous opportunity. I'm very excited to come in and provide the wonderful events that are provided here in Tinley and work on amplifying those and bringing those to new levels. So thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Amanda. Any questions from the board? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Roll call for item 7, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Now for item 8, trustee Brady, please be on your best behavior. I'd like to ask the board for a motion to consider appointing Pastor Ritchie to the position of the Fire Department Chaplain.
So moved?
Second.
Thank you, Bill. Good job. Pastor Ritchie is a pastor for Parkview Christian Church and has nearly 11 years of experience. He has been the campus pastor at the Parkview Christian Church New Lenox location since their opening in 2016. Pastor Ritchie is very passionate about helping first responders and has graciously volunteered his time to provide spiritual support and encouragement to the members of our Tinley Park Fire Department. To ask you all to consider appointing Pastor Ritchie to the position of the Fire Department Chaplain effective April 6, 2022. I've had, for the record, I've had personal experience with Pastor Ritchie. He used to be our pastor in Orland Park on Wolf Road until they found another church for him to take with Parkview in New Lenox. It was a big loss for us, but it was a gain for the New Lenox area. Chief Klotz?
Pastor Ritchie, come on up front.
Thank you. Thanks for those kind words.
God bless you, sir.
So first, I would like to thank Pastor Ritchie for volunteering for this, as I call, a very important position within the Tinley Park Fire Department. And also, I'd like to thank the village board, who 100% supported this role. The village board supports us with excellent fire equipment, excellent fire trucks, excellent gear. The only thing that we were missing in the toolbox was the spiritual help to give our firefighters from things that they see day in and day out. So, Pastor Ritchie, congratulations. You got your family up here?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Got my wife Debbie and my daughter Daisy here.
She promised she wouldn't stab him.
Yes.
So. Didn't even practice.
Is there a medic in the building?
And then he also gets, the fire giver, we're gonna give him his, brand new fire helmet with the chaplain, and symbol. As I said once before, the fire service's tradition on the helmet front, helmet shield, it identifies who the individual is that's wearing it. And Pastor Ritchie, congratulations,
Thank
CC Chief Chaplain.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Say a few words for that.
I'd love to.
Thank you.
Say a few words then.
Have our youth first minister, trustee Brady. You need help, you can call him.
Got it, thank you.
Chaplain wants to say a couple words, right? Should I go to that? Yeah, podium if you don't mind. Sure.
But then your wife can take a photo of you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks, guys. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm really excited for this opportunity. When Chief Steve approached me, I was just so honored. I'm a real South Sider. I grew up out here, lived here my whole life. So this is my tribe. These are my people. And to be able to be a spiritual resource and encouragement to the great men and women of Tinley Park Fire, I'm 100% in, man. I'm really looking forward to this. So thank you so much, gang.
Yes.
Any questions from the board? Pastor Ritchie, before we vote? Bill, do you have any questions for him?
No, I'm fine with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Roll call for item 8, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
The motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Keep the hat.
Yeah, don't lose it.
Next, we have item number 9. I would like to ask the board to consider appointing Timothy O'Hagan to the position of Assistant Fire Chief.
So moved.
Second?
Thank you, everyone. Tim began his fire service career as a volunteer firefighter in 1983 for the Village of Tinley Park and has continued to serve the community and the fire department for over 38 years. With his dedication to the department, he has served as president of the Firefighters Association for over 25 of those years, and more recently assisted with Personnel Division's key initiatives. Tim has achieved numerous certifications, including Advanced Fire Officer, and holds an associate degree in business science. In addition, Tim brings his expansive fire service experience into the classroom for firefighters across the state of Illinois as an instructor with the Illinois Fire Service Institute. Tim also volunteers with the Illinois Firefighters Peer Support Team, helping support fellow firefighters' mental health. Tim enjoys being involved in the community and fire department events, including the parade and annual charity golf outing. I'd like to ask the board to please consider appointing Timothy O'Hagan to the position of Assistant Fire Chief, effective April 6, 2022. Is there any questions for Tim before we vote?
No, I'll just make a comment. I just, I had the privilege to be in the interviews with Tim, and, you know, Tim, you came across as extremely professional, prepared, and ever since I've known you, since I've been on the board, you've been a true professional and, you know, a true friend, too. So you've been great, and I can't wait to see the improvements and everything you bring to this new role. So looking forward to it.
Tim, I'll just kind of echo what Bill said. We were part of that interview process, and 38 years is a long time. You know, the first time I met you, you were, you know, went out of your way to walk us through the firehouse and explain we had a call at our house, and, you know, you and your crew were the first one to the door and made sure that we were okay, and your professionalism really showed. So as a resident, I appreciate my first interaction with you at our house. Luckily for us, you didn't have to do anything, so thank you. Trustee Brady?
No, I'm fine. Mr. Mayor, you did a fine job.
Just checking. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Roll call for item 9. Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Congratulations, Tim. What we'll do first is the appointments, and then do the. Item number 10, I would like to ask the board to consider appointing Bill Murray to the position of Assistant Fire Chief.
So moved.
Second?
Bill joined the Tinley Park Fire Department in 2001 and has over the past 20 years rose through the ranks, serving most recently as captain of Station 48. He also works full-time as the Assistant Chief of Operations for the Romeoville Fire Department. Bill grew up in Tinley Park and is a graduate of Andrew High School and a former Tinley Park Bulldog. He received his associate degree from Moraine Valley Community College and is now in his final year at Southern Illinois University, where he is pursuing his bachelor's degree in fire service administration. In addition, he has achieved the highest level of executive leadership education in the state of Illinois and holds the Chief Fire Officer certification from the Office of the State Fire Marshal. Additionally, he currently teaches classes for the Illinois Fire Service Institute, as well as the Romeoville Fire Academy, and is a licensed drone operator through the Federal Aviation Association and participates in missing persons searches. I'd like to ask the board to please consider appointing William Murray to the position of Assistant Fire Chief effective April 6, 2022. Is there any questions for the board?
No, I'll just add, just likewise, same thing. You know, Bill, you knocked it out of the park. I mean, really, really impressed with your knowledge and everything you brought to the table. I think, you know, really looking forward to some of the improvements that you outlaid in the interview, and, you know, I think you're going to be a great fit. So,
Thank you.
yeah, appreciate everything.
Thanks, Bill. I'd like to just echo too, Bill, you know, we were part of the process with Trustee Brennan as well, and You really blew us away in that, in the interviews, and the stuff that you brought in front of us was very impressive. So I thank you for all the hard work that you put in, not just for applying for it, but for the last 20 years, so thank you. Anyone else from the board care to comment?
Congratulations.
Madam Clerk, you call the roll for item 10.
Roll call for item 10, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Next, we have item 11, trustee Brennan.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to ask the village clerk to conduct a swearing-in ceremony for Assistant Fire Chief Timothy O'Hagan and Assistant Fire Chief William Murray.
I state your name.
I, William Murray,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of Assistant Fire Chief according
of Assistant Fire Chief
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Awesome. Awesome.
Looks good.
I state your name.
I, Tim Wade,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I shall support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
the ordinances of the Village of Tinley Park,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of Assistant Fire Chief
the duties of Assistant Fire Chief
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Bent it.
Get one more. Hold on if you would. Thank you.
Tim, want to give us Dan? Hey, Tim, how about your dad up there with you? Okay. All right. Sure.
Hey, Dan?
There you go.
Nobody's gonna open up the second one. Watch it. Because it's loaded. It's amazing. What's up? That one is open. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just follow everybody going out. Turnover time, things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you I bought it.
Yeah.
That day, you were giving me
They're 11.
said they were selling out. Yeah, grab them. They were expensive. Did you get the VIP? We didn't do the VIP. I didn't do that because I can't do VIP. I can't do, you can barely get enough, time away from the kids to do the regular. What's the VIP? Did you do it like an extra hour or something? An extra hour and like 2 extra. Good? Yeah. I don't need any additionals.
Yeah, right.
Quiet now.
See, I'm the guy that.
Next, we have item number 12. May I have, for the consent agenda, may I have a motion to consider approval of the consent agenda items?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Dennis. The consent agenda items have been publicly posted and available for review according to the Illinois Open Meeting Act. Would anyone from the board like any of these items removed from the consent agenda? Madam Clerk, you please call the roll.
Roll call for item 12. Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 13, Trustee Mueller.
I move we consider adopting ordinance 2022-0-023, approving the purchase and sale agreement between the Village of Tinley Park and GSP Development LLC for the sale of property located at 7551 191st Street in Tinley Park, Illinois.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thanks, Bill. Go ahead, Mike.
This ordinance seeks approval for the execution of a purchase and sale agreement for the property located at 7551 191st Street, southwest corner of 191st and Harlem, to GSP Development LLC in the amount of $1.7 million. This ordinance is eligible for adoption tonight.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Madam Clerk, you please call the roll.
Roll call for item 13. Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you. Item number 14, Trustee Mahoney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Please consider adopting Resolution 2022-R-029, approving a qualified based selection procedure.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Thanks, Bill. Go ahead, Dennis.
Thanks. Qualified based selection ensures that federal agencies receive highly technical architect and engineering services from the most experienced and well-qualified firms at a fair and reasonable cost. The QBS process is required by state and federal law for certain public projects in Illinois. Adopting a standard village QBS procedure provides consistency and expedites projects moving forward. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting held prior to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Dennis. Any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Madam Clerk, you call the roll.
Roll call for item 14. Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item number 15, Trustee Mahoney.
Thank you. Please consider adopting Resolution 2022-R-030, approving a First Amendment to the Intergovernmental Agreement, which is the IGA,
between the Village of Tinley Park and Cook County, Illinois by and through the Department of Transportation and Highways for 175th Street, Oak Park Avenue to Ridgeland Avenue.
Thank you.
This
Hold on, one second. Have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
I will second.
Thank you. Go ahead, Dennis.
Thanks. This resolution seeks approval of an amendment to Resolution 2017-R-040 and IGA with Cook County, increasing the county's total estimated cost for the 175th Street, Oak Park Avenue to Ridgeland Avenue project from $482,562 to $532,560. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting held prior to this meeting. This
Thank you.
resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Dennis. Any questions from the board? Any questions from the public? Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please?
Roll call for item 15, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item number 16, trustee Mahoney.
Thank you. Please consider adopting Resolution 2022-R-031, approving a service contract between the Village of Tinley Park and Cardno, now Stanek, for stormwater area maintenance fiscal year 2023, year 1 of 3.
So moved.
I'll second.
Go
Thanks.
ahead.
This request service contract is for a qualified contractor to provide maintenance for stormwater areas, including installation and stewardship for naturalized areas at various locations throughout the village. Public Works is recommending that we approve a service contract with Cardno, now Stantec, in the amount of $228,000. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting held prior to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Dennis. Any questions from the board, item 16? Any comments from the public? Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please?
Roll call for item 16, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Item 17, trustee Mahoney.
Thank you. Please consider adopting Resolution 2022-R-032, approving a service contract between the Village of Tinley Park and City Escape Garden and Design, LLC, for landscape bed maintenance, year 1 of 3.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Go ahead, Dennis.
Thanks. This request service contract is for a qualified contractor to provide maintenance to the village's 5.6 acres of landscape beds throughout the Tinley Park. Public Works is recommending that we approve a contract to City Escape Garden and Design, LLC, in the amount of $153,089.46. This item was discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting held prior to this meeting. This resolution is eligible for adoption.
Thank you, Dennis. Anyone from the board have any questions on item number 17? Anyone from the public care to comment? Madam Clerk, you call the roll, please?
Roll call for item 17, trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante?
Yes.
Trustee Mahoney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Next is item 18, receive comments from staff. From staff care to comment? No? On the right side? Okay, Kimberly?
I just wanted to announce that the newest Starbucks in our community off of LaGrange Road will be opening this Saturday. They will be coordinating with the village a grand opening, but excited to see the building out there get repurposed and bring a new tenant to the community. And just wanted to, and hopefully you guys can all go there and visit.
Thanks,
Caffeine.
Kimberly. Donna?
I would just note that for those who have little ones in their lives, the Easter Bunny is going to be at the downtown Tinley train station this Sunday from noon to 3 to visit with little ones and have pictures, so bring your camera.
Thanks, Donna. Anyone else? Next, we got item 19, receive comments from the board. Anyone from the board care to comment?
I would,
Sure. Go ahead.
thank you. Just a couple things. I don't know, last night was a marketing meeting. A couple things came out of that.
Hey, Laura?
I don't know when the cutoff is for the scholarship program. What is the cutoff for that? Just to mention that, that's deadlines?
I think it's the 20th.
Just start at 4:30.
Coming up soon.
Just to mention that's coming up, to all the schools. It's open to all the schools. I'm not sure how much that gets out to all the kids, but just want to make sure that they know about that. And also about the Sox game. Did also want to mention what Mayor said about the upcoming tourism. It looked really awesome, what they showed us last night. And it's kind of exciting to see all that. But on a different note, I have to bring some issues up that I'd rather not. I have no problem, anybody in this community, anybody on this board who has an issue with myself, with my actions, with my decisions or my votes. I have no problem. But I completely disagree with the games being played with my family, specifically my children. I have heard back, I've held back from responding to the OTB fake news spinners to spare my family. More embarrassment of an issue that happened with one of my members. But I thought, most importantly, my job as a leader in this community is to speak honestly to the people that live in this community. And regardless of any embarrassment to me and my family, I think it will bring some light to some of the issues that need to be addressed. There's a lot of stories going on about me and my family. Mr. Stuckley is fed a lot of information. I was told about information that Mayor Glatz went into the police station and gathered to feed to Mr. Stuckley, which he does on a regular basis, to the point of 130 posts that I had to go and file a police report for. I am not filing police reports against citizens or trying to sue citizens unnecessarily. I am trying to protect my child. We talk about mental illness. We're bringing in chaplains. Do we know what effect you have on children? Daily posting? We're leaders. Regardless if the children fail and make a mistake in this town, our job is to pick them up and get them back on the right track. Not to hold them down and exploit what they've done so you can get ahead. There is no leader that would need to exploit the mistakes of others to get ahead. If they cannot live on their own merit, then they shouldn't be there. I pray for Mr. Stuckley that he gets enough strength to stop being used by the people in this town. I can only imagine how that weighs on that man's soul. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Well, anyone else from the board have any comments?
I just wanted to comment, last board, Mr. Mayor, you recognized the efforts of St. George's Knights of Columbus, that you were in attendance at the fundraiser, and Mr. Carr was, and Kristen Tiernan was, and others to make the board. Just wanted to give you a report that because of your efforts being there, and my fellow performers, James Wesley Jackson and Bill Gorgel, who were on the show with me, they raised close to $3,500 in that one evening for all their efforts. So we want to thank you for buying the raffle tickets that you didn't win, but you saw a good show.
Got to see you in action.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I would like to say something. Trustee Galante, you just made an accusation against the mayor that
Yes.
you have proved that
One sec. Diane,
I'm sorry, she
Please.
just said to Diane
It's-
Glenn. I'm
she's
sorry,
talking-
trying to be rude. I was trying to be.
you're
was
trying to
saying
be, you're
yes.
being
I thought
rude. She has
called
the
my name.
floor.
That's
Please
fine,
do
I'm
not
sorry.
interrupt her.
I'm sorry, I was saying yes because she said trustee Diane Galante. I'm
Please
sorry.
do not interrupt other speakers.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You stated that you had proved that the mayor went into the police department, and then gave that information to Mr. Stuckley. I'd like you to provide me with that information, please.
You can request that, but,
I can request what?
I'm sorry, what do you want?
The proof that you just said
Under
you
what,
had.
rule, do you have,
I'm
How
just
would you like me to
asking you as
supply
a
that?
fellow board member to
I will
provide the
absolutely
proof.
supply that if the time and place comes. I will absolutely prove.
No,
Show that.
you're making an accusation against someone on this board.
Yes.
I
Nan-
think
okay,
we all deserve.
Would you like to?
Diane,
We
please
all
stop
have those-
She's
interrupting
asking
her.
me a question. I
She's
don't get to
speaking.
respond to her?
You're done.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
done
I won't
speaking.
respond. Okay, I'll just listen. Go ahead.
You had your turn.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're
Go
not
ahead. I
sorry,
thought she
'cause
was
you keep
asking me a
doing it.
question. I was trying to respond to her. Go ahead, Nancy. Go ahead. What is your question? And
So
I,
I would like the proof that you're saying, you're making an accusation against a fellow board member. I would like the proof that you have
Okay.
of what you are stating, that the mayor went into the police department and then gave that information to Mr. Suckley. I would like solid,
And I would like the
Proof.
solid proof from
Diane,
you, from what
please.
you have accused my child of doing.
I
Diane.
have never mentioned your child.
Nancy,
Oh my gosh, you
Nan-
stood at this mic and said my son attacked you.
Nancy,
I want
or
that proof.
Diane,
I want that proof.
this is like the fourth or fifth time.
You're right.
If you interrupt her again, I am going to ask to take a vote to remove you.
Okay.
Please stop interrupting other speakers.
You're right, I should
When you
absolutely
spoke for
not.
four, yeah, like you're doing it now. You spoke for 4 minutes, not one individual on this board said one word. We all gave you the respect that you deserve to speak whatever you had to say, and you just keep talking again while I'm talking. So please do it. That's the fifth time. If you do it again, I'm gonna take a vote to ask to remove you from the room.
Okay.
Let's please have some decency and some decorum and order here, please. This is not a question to you. This is her board comment. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, the clerk doesn't have a timer either?
She just keeps going. Diane, that's your sixth time. This is the last time I'm gonna order you. Next time you do, we'll just take a vote.
So I've sat here previously and listened to accusations be thrown at board members and never, ever any proof being provided. So I think it's only fair, instead of maligning fellow board members, if proof were given. Let's stop throwing the accusations out there without evidence, without proof of that. It's real easy to do that. So I would just appreciate it if you would provide that to myself and anybody else on the board who would wish to see that proof. I think, I think respect, you may not respect any of us who sit here, obviously, but at least respect the dais. Instead of sitting up here on a soapbox and making these accusations without ever providing any proof whatsoever. I think it's unfair, and I think, we've had things thrown at us way too many times. And, if accusations are gonna be made, please provide the proof. Thanks.
Thank you. Did not plan to speak on any of this nonsense. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole with Diane, that she keeps going and trying to play the victim. It's getting really old. You tried this before with Vandenberg before he left. You guys tried ordering some big investigation with Chief Walsh, which came back to, his opinion was that you and Mayor Vandenberg were abusing your power, trying to gain access to information. And all the stuff that you keep complaining about, it's the same thing that happened with former village manager Dave Niemeyer and current Chief Walsh, when you kept accusing and blaming people of stuff. And Mr. Niemeyer kept responding to you, along with our police chief. These were, theirs were FOIAs that were submitted, that the information was returned to that person from a FOIA. You've been told this numerous times through your ethics complaint that you were, I don't have it in front of me, so I won't comment on the words that he said about your complaint. Basically using information that didn't exist. Dave Niemeyer used to tell you all the time, everything was provided, but you just keep going and going with this whole charade. I'm not going into the whole details. I'm asking you to please stop the games. No one is up here attacking you. No one is saying anything. We're trying to conduct village business for the residents. And the constant interruptions, not caring that people are speaking, when everyone is respecting you and treating you with respect, it's very disturbing, and it's very disrespectful that no one ever interrupts you on this board, but you continue to play the same game, the same accusations. And your comment about going to the police station, I am going to have to consider what I am going to do with that comment tomorrow after I speak to legal counsel, because your accusations are, you're making them publicly from the dais. So you're not only saying it as an elected official, you're in your individual capacity making these accusations. When they're, Diane, I am speaking. Diane, I am speaking. Oh, so that's 7 times now. If we get to an 8th time, I will take a vote to expel you from the room, because you're being rude, you're not honoring decorum of the members, and everyone else is respecting you all the time. We all respect you, it just, we don't get any respect back. So, anywho, I'm done with your charades. Sorry you have to bring this to the dais, sorry to staff that you have to listen to this, and the public with the nonsense. Speaking of the Starbucks with Kimberly, I want to thank you and your staff, working with them to bring, with the code and making sure that they fit with their parking and everything. That's going to be a great business for Tinley Park, so thank you for all the work you guys did on that. You guys are working diligently with the same developer who's opening another Starbucks at 172nd in Harlem. So thank you for helping get them through the process. They're in construction now. They got the footings in the ground, and they're starting to go vertical.
2 walls.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to thank is pretty amazing of our staff is Pat and Hannah. This is your first year being in your roles for a budget, being assistant village manager and the village manager with no finance director or no assistant finance director. And I applaud you too. You guys have had this, head on, and everything has gone smoothly, more than you could possibly imagine. It's been seamless for you guys. It's like you guys have been doing this a long time, so I thank you on all that. All the department heads, you guys really, really worked well together. All the departments, a lot of the requests, you and Pat made a way to make sure, without raising the levy for the residents, that they get all the needs that they need to make sure that our village is safe. So I can't compliment you guys enough on how hard you guys have worked for this budget, which will be next week on the 12th. So thank you for, all the information you guys got to the board members, to staff. There's several emails I was on with you, Hannah, specifically, where you were making sure everyone gets everything to you as soon as possible, and you guys were putting everything in there. So I think this is one of the best budget years that I've been involved in. So thank you to both of you and all our staff. And I'll save for last, I'll save echo from Cow, whoever didn't watch the Cow. I want to talk about our marketing director, Donna Framke. It was a big ask and a lift for Donna to come to the board about leaving the CVB. It was, I'd be honest, I was a little nervous about doing it. I mean, it was a big task that you took on without adding manpower, hours. You barely added anything to your budget to fulfill the hole that we lost, and you guys are all doing it within that same umbrella, which is absolutely amazing. The things that you guys produce out of marketing are just phenomenal. We're lucky to have you. The village is lucky to have you. So thank you for all the work that you've done to bring us to where we are today. So thank you. With that being said, I think that's all I have to say. If anyone else from the board has any comments? Okay, we'll move on. And, last, I forgot to write down, I want to thank our village attorney, Paula Grady, too, on that, the development at 191st in Harlem and all the back and forth and the stuff you negotiated, so everyone understands. Developments are paid by the village when your attorney fees. We're not paying for attorney fees for this development, which also is, which I don't know if that's ever been negotiated before, but Paul, thank you for that. Item number 20, receive comments from the public. Anyone from the public care to comment?
There's no public.
Let the record reflect. There is none. On that note, I would like to ask the board for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Brennan?
Yes.
Trustee Galante? Yes. Trustee Maloney?
Yes.
Trustee Mueller?
Yes.
Trustee Sullivan?
Yes.
That motion carries. We are adjourned according to the village computer, 7:38 PM. Have a good night, everyone.